right, coming up next, a UFC bantamweight division fight. Round one is upon us.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and oh man, do I have a rant for you. Now, this has nothing to do with the game I'm playing. I'm just playing this game to kind of blow off some steam after the day I've had. But let me tell you something. I work at FedEx, right? So I have to get up pretty early in the morning. Right? On a Friday, I generally wake up at like 1 o'clock. And I generally, my day at work starts at 2, you know, and sometimes I don't really get off of work until like 9, you know. So I'm just moving heavy boxes all day. But today was a little different, right? I actually got off of work like over an hour early. You know, and today's payday, you pick up that check, you know, everything's looking nice. You know, you're like, oh yeah, today's going to be a good day. I come out, you know, into the parking lot, and, you know, I see someone, you know, by my truck, and they're, like, kind of flagging me down. And they're telling me, like, hey, is this your truck? And I was like, yeah. And they tell me, like, hey, you have a screw in your back rear tire. Sure enough, you know, there's a screw in my tire, so my tire's going flat. And you know, normally I would use the spare, but my spare wasn't really in much better condition, to be honest. So I'm kind of weighing my options. And I just figured probably the best thing to do from there is just to call roadside assistance, right? But, sorry, just kind of caught up in the match here, too. Figured to call roadside assistance, you know, say like, hey, my tire's going flat, can you kind of fix it? Anyway, I initially set up, you know, for roadside. But they say that the ETA would be like 2 hours. You know, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna stay around in my. Oh, this is the first mistake I made, by the way. My first mistake was setting my location to the parking lot still at work. You know, in all honesty, I should have just drove home. Which I did end up doing. My tire wasn't so flat that I couldn't use back roads to drive home. But initially, I set the location for the parking lot at work. But when I got home and showered, sorry, when I got home and showered, I was on the phone, you know, trying to change the location, you know, to like update it, you know, to tell the guy coming that like, hey, I'm no longer at work, I'm at home. But my God, just the process of trying to update, my information, it was such a hassle. I was on the phone for probably like close to 20 minutes, and there was like there was no clear way, you know, just to change my location. The phone just kept putting me in circles. And my God. Luckily, I kind of lucked out. The guy ends up calling back, you know, or he calls me and says, hey, I'm on the way. You know, so before he hangs up, I make it a point to say, hey, you know, just so you know, I'm not at that location you're driving to. I'm at a totally different place. You know, so he says, hey, call this number, you know, to like update it. I say, cool. I call that number, and it says that that number is not in service. You know, so, you know, I call him back like, hey, like that number's not in service, man. Like, what can I do? He ends up having to call his supervisor, you know, to so she can manually type it into the system, you know, to tell him, you know, like to code to my address. You know, and the dude's pretty cool, you know. He, you know, tows my truck, you know, drives me down there, and obviously they can't, like, of course it would be too easy if they could just patch up my tire, right? So I have to get a brand new tire altogether. But here's the thing, they didn't have a tire right there that they could just put on. Not to mention there were probably like 3 or 4 other people like waiting to get service before me. So I end up spending like 4 hours, no, actually 5 hours, you know, waiting for them to like order this new tire to be put on my truck, you know, so they can have it shipped to the auto shop so they can put it on and change it. I know that was a pretty big rant, but that's the day I had. Whew. Really just needed to get that off my chest. Alright. Well, I hope you somewhat enjoyed that story. If not, you know, I hope you at least enjoyed this fight. It was a nice Cory Sandhagen showcase. I appreciate anyone listening. Have a good day.